precisely why I can't let you go around in an old BMW without knowing how to tune it. And that's what we're going to do today. We're going to learn about putting oil in, about coolant in, and about power steering fluid. Let's get started. Alright babe, as promised, a little maintenance lesson on the BMW. We're going to need 3 types of fluid to do the basic maintenance for out here in the desert. Fluid number 1 would be synthetic motor oil, but because I went shopping with you at Walmart earlier today and you have hidden it, we're going to substitute Jägermeister for the synthetic motor oil. Fluid number 2 will be automatic transmission fluid. Because Germans don't like to make anything easy, the power steering fluid in this car is actually automatic transmission fluid. Last but not least is coolant. Now, this has been mixed with half water and half coolant to keep the engine nice and cool in the hot desert weather. Next week we're going to make risotto. Alright babe, BMW Maintenance 101. Step number 1, open the hood. It's down here by your left foot. Just pop this back and it'll slightly open the hood. So now the hood is slightly open, we'll just look in here and there's a little catch right about here. You lift with your fingers, the last bit of opening the hood right there, then you're good to go. Alright, now we got the hood open, we can check the 3 main areas. Number 1, the oil. This dipstick right here will tell you how good your oil level is. If you have to fill it, you undo this cap and you fill it as needed. Next thing will be coolant, which is right here. This is the cap that you'll undo to do the coolant. To check it, you have a look behind and you look at the word Klatt, which is German for cold, which means you have to check this level when the engine is cold and not hot. If you try to check it when it's hot, you'll probably burn yourself, which is no fun at all. Last thing you got to check is the power steering fluid, which we already talked about is actually automatic transmission fluid, and that is located way down in here, because the Germans really don't make anything easy. And you have to undo this little valve here. That's where you're going to look at the power steering fluid. Okay. First thing I'm going to check is the coolant level, which is right here. So undo the cap. Always when it's cold, never when it's warm. Have a look inside. You can see the level there. It's about level with the Klatt level, which means coolant is good to go. Make sure you screw that on good and tight. Next thing I'm going to check is the oil level. Now, having a look closely here, as long as the wet is between these 2 lines, you're in great shape. Had we not been in great shape, we'd have gone over here, undone this little jobby, which is really easy to do, and put oil in right there as needed. But so far, so good. So make sure you tighten everything up good and tight. Good and tight, I think, is actually the German word for good and tight. Last but not least, we're going to check the power steering fluid. This one is a bit of a pain in the ass, but you'll get through it. So here we go. Go in here, and you can see the valve that we talked about undoing earlier on. And this you cannot do with the engine warm because, well, you'll have 3rd-degree burns and that's not good for anybody. Now you'll see the reservoir cap has a fill level on it, which is all well and good. But what I'm going to do is fill it up until it's almost full. You can see down in there, it kind of is. I'm just going to do it to show you how not easy it is. To do this, you need a special tool. One of these, a long, thin spout thingy. I have no idea what you call these. Anyway, you want to get it close enough to where you think that the fresh fluid you're putting in is going to hit the spot, which I think it is right here. And then, as discussed, you're using automatic transmission fluid, not power steering fluid, just because the Germans want to make everything difficult. That's what they do. So now, we kind of have the rough target here. Kind of see here that it's, look at that, first time. Lovely jubbly. Alright, good enough. Pull out the spout. place the cap. Now this is the bit you gotta get in there, and you really can't see what's going on. Well, at least I can't. If you can, you're a better man than I. So, screw it on nice and tight. There you go. Back to how it was before we started. And now we've checked everything under the hood. So to recap, we checked oil, and where we would fill the oil. We checked the coolant, how to check the level of the coolant, and we checked the power steering fluid, which is actually automatic transmission fluid, and where to fill it. So, easy peasy. Now you are a certified BMW technician. Alles klar.